Welcome to my channel Stoic Stream. Have you ever wondered if the woman you're talking to is secretly attracted to you? The truth is, her actions reveal far more than her words ever will. It's not always about what she says, it's about what she does often without even realizing it. Attraction has a way of slipping through the cracks of conversation and showing up in the smallest yet most telling gestures. Now, here's a question for you. What if I told you there's one thing women unconsciously do when they're deeply attracted to someone? This behavior, often subtle and easy to miss, can speak volumes about her feelings. Would you be able to recognize it? Imagine how different your interactions could be if you knew exactly what to look for, if you could decode the hidden language of attraction that most men overlook. In this video, we'll uncover the subtle psychological behaviors women display when they're genuinely interested, from the way she looks at you. What you'll learn to the way she positions herself around you will break down the signs so you'll never be left guessing again. And this isn't about tricks or gimmicks. It's about understanding the psychology behind human connection and attraction. So, if you've ever found yourself wondering, does she like me, or is she just being polite? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to confidently answer that question. And who knows, the next time you're with her, you just might notice something you've never seen before, something that could change everything. Before we dive into what these signs are, I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel so you will stay updated when we release newer videos. So are you ready to uncover the secrets of women's psychology and decode the hidden language of attraction? Let's get started. Let's start with one of the most eye contact powerful indicators of attraction: eye contact. You've probably heard that the eyes are the windows to the soul. And when it comes to attraction, this couldn't be truer. Eye contact is one of the first and most consistent ways a woman might reveal her interest in you. But it's not always straightforward. It's often nuanced and layered. For instance, if a woman is deeply attracted to you, she might hold your gaze just a little longer than what feels typical in a casual conversation. You'll notice it, those few extra seconds of sustained eye contact that make you wonder if there's more to it. On the flip side, some women show their interest in a more shy or reserved way. In these cases, you might catch her looking at you, but the moment your eyes meet, she quickly glances away, almost as if she's been caught in the act. What's fascinating is that she might repeat this pattern, sneaking glances at you when she thinks you're not looking, only to look away again when you catch her. Another key sign is the intensity of her gaze. If she's focused on you during a body language conversation, giving you her undivided attention, it's often a sign that she's genuinely interested, not just in what you're saying, but in you as a person. Sometimes this is paired with a subtle softening of her expression, her pupils dilating slightly as she listens intently. These are subconscious cues, driven by the brain's natural response to attraction. But remember, context matters. If she's in a professional setting or surrounded by others, her eye contact might be more fleeting as she tries to maintain a sense of decorum. Pay attention to these nuances. They can tell you a lot about her level of interest. Body language is another critical piece of the puzzle. When decoding attraction, women often communicate their feelings not through words, but through the way they position themselves around you. This is where the concept of open versus closed body language comes into play. When a woman is attracted to you, her body language will often be open and inviting. She might face you directly with her shoulders squared toward you, signaling that you have her full attention. Her arms and legs are likely to be relaxed, not crossed, indicating that she feels comfortable and receptive. Contrast this with closed body language: arms crossed, leaning away, or angled away from you, which can signal disinterest or discomfort. One of the most fascinating behaviors to watch for is mirroring. This is when a woman subconsciously mimics your movements or posture, creating a sense of connection and rapport. For example, if you lean forward slightly while speaking, she might do the same. If you take a sip of your drink, she might reach for hers. This isn't something she's doing consciously. It's a natural psychological response that happens when we feel connected to someone. Proximity is another strong indicator. A woman who's attracted to you will often find ways to close the physical distance between you. She might stand or sit closer to you than necessary, or she might position herself so that you're within her personal space. If you're at a social event, she might accidentally find herself nearby throughout the evening. These small actions aren't coincidences. They're intentional even if she's not fully aware of them. Finally, notice how she responds to your movements. Does she adjust her position to stay within your line of sight? Does she angle her body toward you when you're speaking? Even in a group setting, these subtle cues can reveal a lot about her level of interest. Touch and physical cues is one of the most direct and telling ways a woman might express her attraction to you. It's also one of the trickiest to interpret, because it can range from casual to intense, depending on the context and her personality. Let's start with accidental touches. If she brushes against your arm, bumps into you, or lightly touches your hand while passing something, it might not be as accidental as it seems. These are often subtle, low-risk ways for her to gauge your reaction and see if you're receptive to physical contact. Intentional touches, on the other hand, are more deliberate. For instance, she might place her hand on your arm while laughing at something you said, or she might adjust your tie, fix your collar, or brush something off your shoulder. Small, seemingly innocent gestures that create an opportunity for physical connection. These actions may seem casual, but they're often intentional ways of bridging the gap between you. The intensity and frequency of these touches can also be telling. If she touches you multiple times during a conversation, whether it's a playful nudge, a gentle pat, or a lingering touch, it's a strong sign that she feels comfortable and attracted to you. But remember, not all women express attraction through touch. Some may feel shy or reserved about initiating physical contact. Especially early on in these cases, you might notice her touch escalating over time as she becomes more comfortable around you. Pay attention to patterns and context. What might seem insignificant on its own can take on a whole new meaning when combined with other signs of attraction. Playfulness is another key indicator of attraction. When a woman feels comfortable and attracted to someone, she's more likely to let her guard down and engage in light-hearted teasing or playful banter. This behavior often serves as a way to build rapport and test the water of mutual interest. For example, she might gently tease you about something you said or did with a smile that makes it clear she's not being serious. She might jokingly challenge you or playfully mock you in a way that feels more endearing than critical. This type of teasing is often her way of creating a connection and adding a sense of fun to your interaction. But it's not just about what she says, it's also about how she says it. A playful tone of voice, a mischievous smile, or a twinkle in her eye can all signal that her teasing is rooted in attraction. If she pairs this with subtle physical cues, like a light touch on your arm, or leaning in closer, it's an even stronger sign that she's interested. Playfulness can also take the form of small challenges or games. For instance, she might jokingly bet you can't do something or dare you to try something new. These interactions create a sense of intimacy and camaraderie, allowing her to express her interest without being overly direct. However, it's important to note that not all teasing is a sign of attraction. Context and tone matter. If her teasing feels harsh or dismissive, it's likely not rooted in attraction. But if it's light-hearted, accompanied by smiles and laughter, and balanced with genuine warmth, it's a strong indicator that she's drawn to you. Now let's explore the different signs in women's communication style. A woman's tone of voice and the way she communicates can reveal a lot about her feelings. When a woman is attracted to you, you'll often notice subtle shifts in her speech patterns and vocal tone during your interactions. For example, her voice might become softer or slightly higher pitched when she's speaking to you. This isn't something she's doing consciously, it's a natural biological response tied to attraction. Studies in psychology and biology show that when women are drawn to someone, their vocal tones may shift to sound more nurturing or feminine, signaling approachability and warmth. On the other hand, some women might slow down their speech when they're talking to someone they're attracted to. This is often a subconscious attempt to hold your attention and create a more intimate, engaging connection. Pay attention to whether her tone becomes more playful, flirtatious, or expressive when she's talking to you, compared to how she speaks to others. Another sign is laughter. If she laughs more easily at your jokes, even the ones that aren't particularly funny, it's a strong indicator that she enjoys your company and is seeking to bond with you. Laughter is a universal signal of comfort, shared understanding, and attraction. You might even notice that her laugh sounds different, lighter, softer, or more genuine when you're the one making her smile. And don't overlook the power of silences. If she feels comfortable sharing a moment of quiet with you, that's often a sign of deep interest. Silence doesn't have to be awkward. In fact, it can signify a level of connection where words aren't always necessary. Frequency and quality of her frequency and quality communication. Another major sign of attraction lies in the frequency and quality of her communication with you. When a woman is interested in someone, she often makes an effort to keep the conversation going, whether in person, over text, or through other forms of communication. For instance, she might text you first or respond quickly when you reach out. Even if she's busy, she'll find time to engage with you because she values the connection. Pay attention to how often she initiates contact. Does she send you random messages throughout the day to share a thought, a joke, or something that reminded her of you? These small gestures can be significant indicators of attraction, but it's not just about how often she communicates. It's also about the depth of the conversations. A woman who's attracted to you will likely go beyond surface-level topics. She'll ask you meaningful questions about your life, your passions, and your opinions. This curiosity shows that she's invested in getting to know you on a deeper level. You might also notice her sharing more about herself. She may open up about her thoughts, dreams, or personal experiences, creating a sense of vulnerability and intimacy. This is her way of inviting you into her world and building a stronger emotional connection. And don't underestimate the importance of humor. If she's joking with you, teasing you, or sharing memes and funny stories, it's a sign that she enjoys your company and wants to keep things light and fun. Humor is often a bridge that brings people closer together, and a woman who's attracted to you will use it to create shared moments of joy. Now let's talk about some behavioral patterns and efforts women often use to impress men. They are attracted to. When a woman is attracted to someone, she often makes subtle changes to her appearance to catch their attention. These adjustments are usually small but intentional. For example, she might dress more stylishly or wear something she knows will stand out if you've complimented her on a particular outfit or color. In the past, don't be surprised if she wears it more often around you. This isn't a coincidence. It's her way of reminding you that she noticed and appreciated your appearance. You might also notice changes in her grooming or makeup. She might put a little extra effort into her hair, nails, or accessories when she knows she'll be seeing you. These details may seem minor, but they're often deliberate choices designed to leave a positive impression. It's not just about physical appearance, though. Pay attention to how she carries herself. If she seems more confident or poised when she's around you, that's a sign she wants to present the best version of herself. Even the way she walks, stands, or sits might subtly change to project confidence and elegance. Remember, these efforts aren't always obvious or over the top. In fact, the most telling signs are often the smallest ones. A woman who's genuinely attracted to you will make an effort to look and feel her best, not because she feels obligated, but because she wants to stand out in your eyes. Another major sign of attraction is effort. The effort she puts into making you feel special. A woman who's interested in you will often go out of her way to do thoughtful things for you, whether big or small. For instance, she might remember details about your preferences, like your favorite drink, song, or hobby, and surprise you with something related. She might offer to help you with a task, even if it's something as simple as carrying a bag or proofreading an email. These acts of kindness show that she's paying attention to your needs and wants to contribute to your happiness. She might also make an effort to celebrate your achievements or milestones, whether it's congratulating you on a promotion or sending you a message on your birthday. These gestures reflect her desire to connect with you on a deeper level. And let's not forget the power of compliments. A woman who's attracted to you will often find ways to express her admiration, whether it's about your appearance, your personality, or something you've accomplished. These compliments are compliments usually sincere and specific, showing that she's genuinely impressed by who you are. But beyond these obvious acts, pay attention to how she treats you in everyday situations. Does she prioritize spending time with you? Does she make an effort to include you in her plans or invite you to join her in activities she enjoys? These behaviors often reveal her interest more than any words could. Another way women gauge your interest is by asking subtle questions or posing hypothetical scenarios. These questions are often designed to test your feelings without being too direct. For example, she might ask about your ideal partner or what qualities you value in a relationship. While these questions seem casual, they're often her way of determining if she aligns with what you're looking for. She might also ask about your future plans or goals, signaling her interest in how you see yourself and possibly her in the bigger picture. Sometimes these questions take the form of playful hypotheticals, like what would you do if we were stranded on a deserted island together? These scenarios might seem light-hearted, but they're often her way of exploring how you perceive her and your dynamic together. It's not just about the questions themselves, though it's about how she responds to your answers. Does she seem genuinely interested in what you're saying? Does she follow up with more questions or share her own thoughts on the topic? Her level of engagement can reveal a lot about her feelings as we come to the end of this key behaviors video. Let's take a moment to reflect on the key behaviors that indicate a woman may be deeply attracted to you. These signs aren't random. They're rooted in human psychology and reveal more about her feelings than words ever could be. First, pay attention to her eye contact. Is she holding your gaze a little longer than usual, or shyly looking away only to glance back again? These subtle movements are often her way of expressing interest without saying a word. Eye contact is powerful. It builds intimacy and trust in a way that nothing else can next observe. Her body language, is she leaning toward you, mirroring your movements, or positioning herself closer to you? In social settings, open body language and physical proximity are unconscious ways of saying, I feel safe and comfortable with you. Don't forget prioritization about her, prioritization of time. If she's making an effort to spend time with you, rearranging her schedule, or initiating conversations, this is a clear indication that you're important to her. Time is a valuable resource, and people naturally prioritize it for those they care about. Another key behavior is active listening. Is she fully engaged when you're speaking? Does she ask thoughtful questions or remember small details about your life? This level of attentiveness shows genuine interest in you as a person, not just the surface-level conversations. Finally, be mindful of her subtle tests, whether it's playful teasing or putting you in light-hearted scenarios to gauge your reaction. These small actions often indicate she's trying to understand you better and build rapport. Recognizing these signs isn't just about figuring out if someone is attracted to you. It's about creating deeper, more meaningful connections. Understanding women's psychology can help you build stronger relationships rooted in respect, communication, and mutual appreciation. If you found this video helpful, don't leave without taking action. Give it a thumbs up to let us know we're on the right track and share it with someone who might need these insights in their life. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more in-depth discussions on relationships and psychology. Also, I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these signs of attraction in the women around you? Drop your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to read them and continue the conversation. I am Head King. Thank you for watching, and remember, the more you understand, the more meaningful your connections will become. I'll catch you in the next video.